So you won't believe this. I managed to grab this kitty out of the drain as it was stuck there for 2 days. I put my hand out, it came up to me, and I managed to grab its fluff and just pull it out from there. Yeah, we put the cloth there, but it just didn't work. But I managed to pull this guy out, and he was just so nice, so sweet, and my God, I just can't believe over all this ordeal and the fire ambulance and all that. They just took forever. So I managed to just pull him out myself and get it taken care of. But it was nuts, man. It was a nightmare to deal with 2 days, but I managed to get him out. Hopefully he doesn't go back into the drain again. I'd be really pissed. But yeah, it's been taken care of at this point.
Hey everyone, Django Fett here. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these types of videos, but I want to talk about something that happened with me just recently. So I just showed that video, as you guys saw. So I want to talk about my experience in Atlanta and talk about what happened with these cats. So I'm a big cat lover. I want to just emphasize that I love cats with a passion, and I have 2 cats myself. I have Boba, I have Raven. I love them so much. They mean the world to me. Okay, so I just wanted to emphasize that. When I went to Atlanta for my wife's convention thing, and I'm just there to kind of tag along, we go there, we go to the hotel, and in the front of the hotel, there is this black cat. And it's on the side of the hotel, and it reminds me of Raven. And I'm just like, oh my God, I miss my Raven so much. So I just thought of just getting food and getting some tuna from the grocery store. Then I think the same day or the next day, and getting tuna and then just leaving it out. So I ended up doing that, and the next day I checked in the morning and the whole tuna is gone. So I'm like, okay, they're eating it. So a couple days go by, and I'm just like, I'm feeding the cats, I'm feeding whoever it wants to eat the food, and then I see a couple of cats. I see a white and black cat, and I also see an orange cat, and both are, they're really hesitant. They don't want to come to me. I think the white and black cat was okay at first, and I was feeding him, and it was slowly getting used to me. I could say it's getting used to me, but I don't know. It was too hard to say. It was okay for me to give him food, but not to do anything else, I guess, with a cat. It did let me get close to him, but I didn't want to pet him because, with strays, you just don't know how what they have going on. So one day I see it's actually cold outside, and I'm ready to feed them. I see this white and black cat on the grate and on the storm drain. I was ready to feed him, and then he just runs away. He goes into the drain. I'm just like, okay, I don't know why you went to the drain, but okay. So I was having a bad feeling because, okay, well, he went in the drain. Will he be okay or whatever? I don't know if it's a he or she. I'll just say he or she or whatever. I had a bad feeling because, I was like, oh no, this cat went into the drain. What am I gonna do? Because as you can see in these pictures, the drain, there is a bar right there. So it's, as you will find out, it's a death trap for cats and for small animals because they can go in, but they can't come out. There's no way for it to jump in and find some friction, and they just come out from there. So once they're in, that's it. They can't come out whatsoever. So I was having a bad feeling. I was like, okay, I need to go back after I drop my wife at the convention because it's 1 hour away, so it's still a bit of a drive. I wanted to work at the same time. I was like, oh God, I have to work too, and just so first I was like, okay, let me talk to some people, and let me talk to my mom. She's like, okay, don't worry about it. Just continue your work. The cat will be fine. It'll come out. And then I come back at the end of the day. And I'm just like, okay, I did my work, and then I come back to the hotel. And I looked in the drain, and the cat is still there. I was like, oh no, the cat's still in the drain, and I just felt so bad about it. I was like, oh God, what do I do? So I started feeding the cat in the drain as it was stuck in the drain. And I slowly gave it some food. So I didn't know how to get it out. I wasn't really sure at all. And we started calling the next day, the fire ambulance, all these other, people if they could come. And most people were closed. It was a Friday night, and Saturday, it was closed as well. Everything was closed. Even the fire department was closed, believe it or not. So everything was closed, and I was just I was freaking out. So each day, it was 2 days that passed by. This cat's still in the drain. I'm still feeding it throughout the day. And it was, I was getting really worried because Monday they were calling for rain. I didn't want the cat to drown and freaking be trapped in there. So, I was feeding it and I let the front desk know about it on, like, we're worried about this cat. We don't know what to do. They really helped us out. So they were coming up with ways to get the cat out and maybe to lure it out or something. It just couldn't come out. And I knew it couldn't get out. I knew it was just like stuck. And it was sad too, because like I was depressed for these last 2 days, and it was just really even more depressing because like there was this orange cat, and it was standing near the grate or the drain, and it was waiting for his friend. So it's like there were like some buddies, and it's just like he's just waiting for his buddy, and he just felt sorry about the whole thing. And I just felt like, oh my god, I feel so bad about this whole thing. So I needed to get him out no matter what. And I told the front desk. They tried to come up with ways, and they helped us, because one of the front desk people was actually, they have cats and they love cats too. So like the thing is, like if you're a cat owner or you just love pets, you'll understand this. If you don't like pets, you don't like animals, you're never going to get this, and you're never going to feel sympathy for other animals, and you're probably an evil person. Okay, you're probably not a good person whatsoever. So we tried to come up with ways. We tried calling all the different apartments and bugging them. They said they would come, but nobody showed up. Nobody's going to come. And there was one security person that actually came up with an idea to set up like this rope idea where the cat can come out and just climb up through the rope. So we just used like a bed sheet and just like lured it down, but the cat didn't come out. So after the next day, it didn't come out, and I was just like, oh god. So I just started feeding it the next day. It was on Sunday. The cat was meowing, and I was gonna feed it water. And eventually I stuck my hand out, and I wanted to say like, hey, it's okay. And the cat was getting close to my hand, and getting very close. Like I was reaching down, and I could be able to touch it almost. And it was like coming up to my hand. So I was thinking like, okay, let me see if I can grab his neck and then pull him out. It was like a couple minutes, and then it was just like, okay, it's giving me its neck. Okay, let me brush him. And then I grabbed him by his fluff. He didn't freak out or anything. And I pulled him out from the drain. And I saved his freaking life from there. And yeah, I pulled a cat from the drain. Yeah, it's true, man. It's just like, my wife can attest to this, and other people can attest to it too. It's just like, people are just like shocked and surprised about this whole thing. And this cat was actually like so thankful. It started eating, and then it was just like, coming up to my leg, and it was just rolling its belly in front of me. And I knew it would just like love me after that point. So I was thinking like, oh my god, I have to keep this cat now and I have to take care of it in some way. But slowly convincing like myself and, from others, my family members, they said that, it'd probably be best if you just take him or her to the Humane Center or somewhere. You can just drop off the cat somehow. Was trying to find the cat again because, I had to go back inside and get some things. And 2 times I saw the cat, and then it just vanished. It just vanished immediately. After the next day, I was like, oh, great. I wanted to get this cat, put it in a cage, and then just take it to the Humane Center or take it with me. But the thing is, if I drove back, the thing is, like, guys, I'm coming from Maryland, and it's a 10-hour drive. The cat would be miserable in that drive. And I know you can put, like, medicine in the food and help them to relax and somehow, but it's just like, is it really worth it for that? For the cat to still suffer in that regard? I don't know. But I absolutely I kind of wish that I really got this cat and just took care of him. Even though I have 2 cats already, and that's enough as it is. A 3rd cat would be like, oh my god, that would be killer as well. But I saved this cat from the drain, and I really wish I kind of went back and took him to the Humane Society or somewhere, to the shelter. Because I think it would have just really been taken care of. Because it's a really sweet cat. That cat, and also the orange cat was really sweet too, but it didn't come up to me. I did feed them quite a bit throughout the the weak and stuff. And I think they were really thankful. And I can't see cats in pain and just like being out there in the cold and the rain. Like I need to feed them, man. Like I have like this obligation in me because like I love cats and just growing up and having two myself, I really feel for them. They're suffering, man. So if you can be like myself, like not just save a cat from a drain, but if you see a stray or anything, try to feed him. It's not a bad thing. Strays are, they're just like they need some help every now and then. And so if you can show some kindness in some way, it can come a long way, man, and really help your soul too at the same time. Wish I really kind of got this cat back to me, and I'm gonna call the Humane Society and the shelters to come and get these cats at this hotel that we were staying at, and just help them find a home, in some way. Like not just stay out in the cold and just be out there. Even though it's Atlanta, it was still actually cold there, So that was my story. Let me know what you think of it overall of me saving a cat from a drain. I can actually say that I actually did that. But I mean, I also want to put awareness, like these types of drains, if animals go down there, it's a death trap, man. So it's like really hard to get them out, to open this entire drain. And the thing is with the drain too, is like you couldn't lift it up. It's like one whole piece. It's not two separate pieces where you can actually lift it up. It's one whole piece. So it's like basically impossible to, get it out, to open the drain and then get the cat out. There's just no way. You need permission from the water company and all these other things. And it's just like if you weren't in my position and like be able to reach in down there, and if it's like a huge drain in itself, there would be no way I could get the cat. There would be no way in itself. But fortunately, I was able to save the cat, and I really miss it now. I really wish I had that cat and took him back with me. I'm still kind of regretting it, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.